If you want to unlock true, lasting happiness, the very first step is understanding where your power really lies. Seneca's timeless advice is simple but life-changing. Focus on what you can control and let go of what you cannot. Think about your life right now. How often have you felt stressed or frustrated because of things completely outside your control? Maybe it's worrying about what others think of you or fretting over events in the past or uncertain outcomes in the future. This is exactly the trap Seneca warns us about. Instead of wasting precious energy on things you cannot influence, turn your attention inward. You cannot control other people's actions, the economy, or random events, but you absolutely can control your thoughts, judgments, and choices. This is your inner domain, your mind and your responses, and it is your sacred territory. When you start to act from this understanding, something powerful happens. You begin to claim freedom that no external circumstance can take away. Try this. When you face a difficult situation today, pause and ask yourself, what is truly within my power here? Maybe you can't change the situation, but you can choose your attitude toward it. You can choose calm over anger, patience over frustration, wisdom over rashness. This choice is where your happiness lives. Seneca calls this mindset the foundation of a peaceful life because it prevents your happiness from being robbed by events or opinions beyond your control. Life will test you. Hardships, setbacks, and unexpected problems are inevitable. But Seneca's wisdom reminds us that your happiness depends not on avoiding adversity, but on how you respond to it. Instead of fearing difficulties or allowing them to rob your peace, you can choose strength and calm. This is one of the most practical and powerful secrets Seneca shows us. When something tough happens, your natural reaction might be frustration, anger, or despair. These emotions are normal but often harmful if left unchecked. Seneca teaches that pain and challenges do not have to destroy your happiness. They can actually build it by strengthening your character and teaching you resilience. Next time you face adversity, pause and ask yourself, how can I meet this challenge with courage? What lesson can I learn here? Even if you cannot change the situation, you can change your attitude. This is your true source of power. Practice responding calmly instead of reacting impulsively. You can build this strength gradually by imagining difficulties as training for your mind. When you practice patience during small annoyances or face fears step by step, you develop a deep reservoir of inner peace. This means that when larger hardships arise, you are better prepared to meet them without losing your sense of self or happiness. Try a practical exercise. When difficult emotions arise, take slow, deep breaths and remind yourself that pain is temporary. Repeat to yourself, I control how I respond. This simple habit builds mental muscle that transforms suffering into growth. Seneca believed that true happiness doesn't depend on avoiding pain, but on meeting life fully and bravely. When you accept hardship as a necessary part of the journey, your happiness becomes more stable. You begin to see setbacks not as failures, but as opportunities for growth. This mindset frees you from victimhood and puts you in charge of your happiness. Remember, strength is a choice made over and over again in small moments. Face your challenges head on, with calm and courage. This is the path to lasting happiness Seneca unlocks for you today. Lasting happiness isn't something accidental. It's cultivated by how you relate to your own mind every single day. Seneca encourages us to practice mindfulness and reflection regularly to keep our thoughts clear and aligned with what truly matters. This habit helps you catch negative patterns before they take root and guides you back to peace when life feels chaotic. Start by simply setting aside a few minutes each day, morning or night, to quietly check in with yourself. Ask, how did I respond to today's events? Did my actions reflect my values? Where did I lose calm or wisdom? This daily reflection deepens self-awareness and helps you identify moments when you let fear, anger, or anxiety take over. When you notice these moments, don't judge yourself harshly. Seneca reminds us we are always growing. Instead, gently guide your mind back to a place of rational control. This practice nurtures a calm inner voice that stays steady regardless of external circumstances. Mindfulness also means being fully present in whatever you are doing. When you eat, work, or talk with someone, really engage your senses and attention. Avoid distraction and multitasking. This focus roots you in the moment and opens the door to a deeper appreciation of life's simple joys. Happiness thrives in presence. You can use practical tools like journaling your thoughts or meditating on your feelings. Writing helps organize your mind and reveal recurring worries or desires. Meditation trains your brain to observe your emotions without being swept away by them. Over time, these routines build resilience and keep your happiness anchored in your mind, not the outside world. Make mindfulness a tool for freedom, not just a moment of peace, but a way to choose your path daily. When you develop this habit, it becomes easier to avoid impulsive reactions and make choices that support your well-being and values. Remember, happiness is less about external gains and more about how you work with your own mind. Reflection and mindfulness sharpen your clarity and deepen your peace. By practicing this each day, you build a strong foundation for lasting happiness, just as Seneca advises. Seneca reminds us that life is long enough when we know how to use our time wisely. Yet so many of us find ourselves rushing through life without paying attention to how we spend our most valuable resource, time. The truth is, time is the foundation of happiness. If you waste it on trivial distractions, negativity, or procrastination, no amount of success or possessions will fill the emptiness that grows inside. Ask yourself, am I investing my time in activities that build my well-being and reflect my values? If your answer is no, it's time to make a change. Start by identifying what matters most for you, whether it's personal growth, nurturing relationships, or meaningful work, and commit to prioritizing those areas. Create daily routines that reflect these priorities. Even simple habits like setting clear goals for the day or blocking focused time for important tasks can transform how you experience life. Avoid multitasking and minimize distractions, especially from digital devices, which are often major thieves of your precious time. One of the most powerful keys to lasting happiness comes from changing how you view death. Seneca teaches that fearing death only chains you to anxiety and reduces your ability to enjoy life. But, when you accept death as a natural, unavoidable part of existence, your mindset shifts, and your happiness deepens. Instead of pushing away the thought of death, invite it into your reflection. This may feel uncomfortable, but it's a vital practice for freedom. Ask yourself, what would I do differently if I embrace the fact that my time on earth is limited? When you hold death in awareness, you stop wasting precious energy on worries about the future or regrets about the past. This acceptance does not mean giving up on life. In fact, it encourages you to live more fully and authentically. You become motivated to prioritize what truly matters, values, relationships, growth, and to let go of trivial concerns. Your attention moves from fear to gratitude for the present moment. Practice imagining that today might be your last day. How would you treat others? What would you focus on? This perspective can really transform how you spend your time and energy. Instead of postponing joy, you start embracing it now. Seneca says that death is only the end of physical life, but your virtue and character carry meaning beyond existence. By accepting mortality, you free yourself from the paralysis of fear and step into the possibility of courageous living. Each day, remind yourself that death cannot harm those who cultivate wisdom and virtue. True happiness comes from this fearless engagement with life, regardless of its length. Choose to accept death calmly and use that acceptance as a call to live with purpose, courage, and gratitude. This mindset shift is one of the greatest gifts Seneca offers, and one of the surest paths to lasting happiness. In a world filled with noise, distractions, and endless demands, finding lasting happiness often requires a deliberate act of simplification. Seneca teaches us that complexity and excess can cloud the mind, create anxiety, and keep us from experiencing true peace. If you want to unlock happiness that endures, start by simplifying your life, your wants, your commitments, and your thoughts. Begin with your desires. Reflect on what you truly need versus what you have accumulated out of habit, social pressure, or impulsive craving. Are there possessions you keep but don't use? Are you overwhelmed by the pursuit of things that bring only temporary satisfaction? Choosing to live with less really frees your mind from constant worry about maintaining or increasing what you have. Next, look at your daily schedule and responsibilities. Are you taking on too much, spreading yourself thin across tasks that don't align with your values or goals? Seneca advises cutting distractions and trimming unnecessary obligations so you can focus on what really matters. Saying no is a powerful skill to protect your time and mental space. Simplifying your agenda helps you reclaim peace and prevents burnout. Mental clutter is just as important to clear. Practice letting go of negative thoughts, unnecessary worries, and regrets that weigh down your spirit. Use mindfulness and reflection to notice when your mind is racing or distracted, then gently guide it back to calm. The less clutter in your life, whether physical, mental, or emotional, the stronger your connection to inner peace. This makes room for happiness to grow without interference. Remember, simplification is not deprivation, but a choice to create space for what truly nurtures your soul. Seneca lived simply and showed us that happiness doesn't come from excess, but from clarity and focus. Begin today by identifying one area to simplify: your possessions, your schedule, or your thoughts. Notice how this decision lightens your load and brings more calm and joy. This practice of letting go is a key to Seneca's secret for lasting happiness. Simplicity creates the foundation where true contentment can flourish. To unlock lasting happiness, it's not enough just to understand Seneca's teachings. You must live them every day. This is the essence of Stoicism, a philosophy designed for action, not just theory. Seneca's secret to a joyful life lies in turning wisdom into habit, making thoughtful choices minute by minute. Start by observing your thoughts and emotions regularly. When negativity or anxiety creeps in, pause and ask yourself, is this within my control? How can I respond wisely? This awareness is a skill you build through daily practice. Over time, it becomes natural to choose calm over panic, virtue over impulse. Living by Seneca's wisdom means prioritizing what truly matters, your character, your time, and your relationships, above fleeting pleasures or external validation. Before making decisions, ask, does this action reflect my values? Will it bring lasting peace, or just momentary satisfaction? These questions guide you toward actions that deepen happiness rather than disrupt it. Remember to reflect each day on your progress and setbacks, without judgment. Growth is a process, and setbacks offer valuable lessons if you're open to learning. Seneca reminds us that every moment is a new chance to begin again. Make time for mindfulness, reflection, and gratitude daily. These practices keep your mind grounded and focused. Accept life's challenges as chances to grow stronger and apply your knowledge in real situations. And embrace death's certainty, not to fear it, but to inspire you to live fully. By consistently applying these principles, you build a solid inner fortress. Your happiness becomes less dependent on external factors and more rooted in your wisdom and resilience. This is freedom and peace that no circumstance can take away. Choose today to make Seneca's Stoic teachings your daily guide. Practice self-control, embrace simplicity, cherish your time, cultivate gratitude, nurture true friendships, and face life's challenges with courage. This is the secret to a lasting, deep happiness waiting for you. Living this way is not easy, but it is profoundly rewarding. The journey itself becomes your greatest source of joy. Unlock your happiness by living wisely, fully, and with courage every day, just as Seneca showed us. Thanks for watching. See you soon.